President Obama couldn't be a wealthy financier who supported the Wall Street bailouts at a time when the Occupy movement and the president had successfully created a narrative for middle America of the 99% versus the 1%. Even worse than a nominee who would be on the defensive against the president's greatest weapon, class warfare, Romney was, as I often repeated during the campaign, uniquely unqualified to press our best argument against the president, Obamacare. As governor of Massachusetts, he signed the law that paved the way for Obamacare, the focal point of a conservative movement that rallied the country in 2010 to a historic victory in the House of Representatives. That is why Karen and I decided that I should run for president. I felt called to make the case that the establishment candidate could not win on both Obamacare and the 99%. I would campaign as a grandson of immigrants who didn't come from money. I would campaign for the working man. I would campaign on America's first principles of faith, family, freedom, and opportunity, which are the antidote to President Obama's secular statism. What kept me in the race as I sat at the bottom of almost every national poll were the people I met, particularly in the early caucus state of Iowa. I visited all 99 counties and did about 381 town hall meetings and speeches in that state over the course of 2011. The average attendance at these local gatherings was about 12, including me, so I really got to know people. What struck me was their passion and concern for our country. They encouraged me to keep fighting because they believed what I believed. The conventional wisdom in the spring of 2012 was that President Obama would be defeated. The economy was stagnant. Hope and change had provided no hope and only change for the worse. In a contest between Obama and anybody but Obama, Obama was going to lose. The pundits, as it turned out, were wrong. Anybody but Obama wasn't good enough. It mattered whom the Republicans nominated from both a policy and personal perspective. The critical swing voters, middle and lower middle-income Americans from industrial and rural communities with generally conservative values, swung for Obama or stayed home. Ironically, they were the ones who were being hurt the most by Obama's failed economic policies. They generally don't look to the government for help. But our party didn't seem to care about them. After 4 years of economic insecurity, what hope did we offer them that they would be better off with a Republican president? Mitt Romney's resume as a venture capitalist didn't help him here. I defended him in the primaries when others were attacking his Wall Street deals because people like him create efficient and profitable companies. Venture capitalists nurtured Apple, Intel, and Google. And there's nothing wrong with making money and living well in America. Mitt Romney is a great businessman, problem solver, and manager, and I can't fault him for running on his strengths. But those strengths played into Obama's hands in 2012. The Democrats and their allies in the media were determined to turn the election, using the politics of envy, into the decisive battle of the Great Class War. And the Republican establishment obliged by nominating what turned out to be the perfect opponent. After the election, many Americans were polled on why they voted as they did. Out of all the data and analyses, one fact jumped out at me. Those who voted for a candidate because he cared more about people like them chose President Obama over Governor Romney by a margin of 63%. Even if you win the argument on political philosophy, leadership, and managerial competence, it's hard to win an election when most voters don't think you care about them.